here's how you can fall safely from a handstand. And the reason you should learn to fall sideways is that you don't fall forward like this. But if you guys want me to teach you that, let me know in the comments below. Now, let's start. Correct falling technique. So let's first start with going into the handstand. And then in order to fall, you need to shift your weight sideways. So either to one side or to the other side. And how you can do that is by first rotating one of your wrists a bit inwards, then bending your elbow to that side and rotating your arm a bit so that your weight shifts to that specific side. And then you need to let go one of your legs from the wall, put it in the air, and then try to lower it sideways. And then you're gonna fall, and the other leg is gonna follow you immediately. Now there's two things that I want you guys to focus on because they're really important so that you don't injure yourself. So the first thing you should focus on is when you fall, fall on your toes and not fall with your legs completely flat because that's gonna hurt your knees. But also try to fall with your knees bended and not completely straight. Because when your knees are completely straight, the chances of injuries is way higher than if your knees are slightly bended. And the second thing you guys should focus on, really focus on the leg that is up in the air to lower it sideways and fall sideways towards your hands and not bring your leg forward, because if you bring your leg forward, this is what's gonna happen, and we want to prevent this as much as possible. And now you might ask, should I fall to the left or to the right side? Depends on which side is more comfortable for you. If you're trying this for the first time, I would say just try both ways and then see which one is more comfortable and then learn to fall on this side. But on the long term, it's best to try to learn to fall on both sides, because imagine you're in a scenario where you need to fall on the side that you haven't practiced, then you might injure yourself. So first begin with the side that's most comfortable for you, and once you can fall on that side, also try to learn to fall on the other side. And finally, let's go through the different progressions. So the first progression you can try is to put your hands on the floor, stand with your legs in between them, and don't forget to rotate your wrist and bend your elbow. And then what you can try doing is jump with one leg and then the other toward that hand. And what's really important with this progression is to try to actually jump toward that hand rather than just take a step sideways. And when you can do that, it's time to go to progression number 2. For progression number 2, you're gonna need a higher elevation. It can also be a step up from the gym or anything that you have at home. And then you can just put your feet up and repeat the same exercise. Again, try to jump from the elevation, and if you're a bit scared, you can just first try to lower your foot down slowly, and then when you feel ready, you go up again, and then you really try to jump towards your hand. For progression 3, it's time to go to the wall. You can put your feet up so that your feet roughly align with your hips, and then you can try to do the same exercise where you jump toward one of your hands. If that feels scary, as I mentioned before, what you can try to do is again very slowly lower first one of your feet down and then the other. For progression number 4, it's time to attempt a full handstand, but we're not gonna stand too close to the wall yet, so we're gonna attempt a 45-degree handstand. So again, you should put your hands on the floor and then go into a handstand position, but again, try to stand a bit further away from the wall, and then just repeat the exercise where you lower one of your legs and then fall to the side. For progression number 5, it's time to do a full handstand. So you again go up the wall, and then you try to walk as close to the wall as you can. Of course, it's best if you have a normal wall. And then again, you try to repeat the same exercise. And then, whoop, you lower your legs down, and that's progression number 5. And the final progression for this video is finally attempting this exercise in a freestanding handstand. So you guys can go into a handstand, try to hold it, and then again bend one of your elbows and fall to the side. And if you can do this, congratulations guys, you can now fall safely from a handstand.